welcome to another episode of Project December with myself, Dwayne the Captain Coffee, and Nate from Thwip Media. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well. It's very hot here, so it's very nice to be inside where it's cool. But other than that, it's going well. So yeah, looking forward to talking about all these comics we got.
Nice. That's a very different thing here because if it was hot, all the UK would be outside now, that sort of thing. Because our houses are like ovens when the sun's out, so it's a totally different
Well, we've got
UK.
AC, so we're
Uh,
good.
yeah, exactly. I wish we believed had DC over here, Christ. But yes, I'm looking forward to talking to this about our comic book things, that sort of thing. As you can see, I had we went to the Leicester Riverside Festival over the weekend, and there was like 25 years of this like a festival going on. Had like big stages, little like huts and stuff where you had like a buy stuff and stuff like that. And I treated myself to another showpiece thing we can have in the background for myself. So a nice Venom metal plate sort of thing, which I thought was quite nice.
Very classic cover there.
It is. I seen that and I was like, I've got to have that bad boy. As I just, I fell in love with it. And then, because while I'm at work, obviously I'm a forklift driver in my main job, and it gets very hot or I'm really thirsty and stuff while I'm going back and forth. So I got myself a little Deadpool
Oh, nice.
water bottle.
Oh, just when you mentioned drinks and Marvel, do you have the Marvel Coke cans in the UK?
We There was a point where we had like a Captain America and a Wolverine one,
Okay.
and I think there was another, maybe in Storm or something like that. But it's few and far between that. Like phase where we had loads, and then they just disappeared off the face of the earth, and that lot. So,
Because here we have like there's like you could buy them in the cases and there's like a character on each can and there's like so
all
many
right.
there's so many different characters on it like because I work at a grocery store right now. The one that I saw the other day there was a whole box and just all across it was Super Skrull. I was like that's a very
Oh,
random
really?
that was a very random character to have on that but
Oh, that's nice.
yeah there's a lot of characters
Never
on there.
seen that. See, the only ones I've seen. I've seen the Captain America one. I've seen the Wolverine one. I want
Daredevil's
to
been
say
everywhere too.
Storm. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of Daredevil, Iron Man.
Uh,
Yeah.
the Captain America, Wolverine. I want to say Iron Man as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a Thor, but they're the only ones I've really seen. But they're saying every year when they'll have like phases where there's loads of the like special ones and stuff like that, and then they'll just disappear off the face of the earth, and it's just like, well, I like them. All mine to start collecting them or something like that. Sort of thing after I'd finished them, but never mind. But anyway, I've got I've thought I'd do the icebreaker one for this one because I was looking back at some of the stuff and like, some of the comics stuff like that, and then I just wanted to know if you could become like a writer or artist or like storyteller, stuff like that sort of thing. What legendary, like just writer in general, Marvel, DC, or anything like that, who would you like to like shadow in their footsteps, sort of thing, like work with?
Ooh. I mean, the main one would be Stan Lee. Obviously,
Yeah.
being behind him, watching him create all those iconic characters and get to, live that experience, have him kind of critique my writing, kind of give me pointers on things, that'd be so cool. Um, Trying to think if there's any others in recent years.
I've got two. I think I would like
For
be surprised, to be
for
honest.
the art, I think that would be, I think, even easier. I think I'd go obviously Alex Ross, who
Okay.
does a lot of really good like realistic art. They almost look like paintings. They're like really good. Um,
Yeah.
Jack Kirby, obviously one of the all-time
Yeah.
classics. Jim Lee, who's done X-Men. He's done a lot of Batman. A lot of stuff
Okay.
like that. And there's one more.
You've not said the two I've like went to be honest.
Another writer I'd say is Jim Starlin, who did a lot of the cosmic stuff
Okay.
for Marvel. He created Thanos. He created the whole like
Oh,
Infinity
right.
Gauntlet, Infinity War story. He's done some DC work too. So I think that would be really cool too.
Oh, okay. The two that I sort of drew, like obviously, I'd love to have been with Stan Lee and
Yeah.
seen all the stuff that his mind must have been just amazing back in the day, just to seeing him produce all these different things that lot. But the other two that I was like looking at, and I thought that'd be quite interesting because it's like very contrasting, like people. And the first one was Steve Ditko
Oh yeah, yeah,
with
for sure.
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and everything. Just the work with that, just
Iconic.
phenomenal. Exactly. And the other one was Frank Miller, the
Yeah,
Daredevil
for
and
sure.
Batman. Just them two are very contrasting, different sort of people, but the work that they both did,
Oh,
just out.
another artist, John Romita Sr.
Oh, which one did he do?
He did a lot of Captain America, Spider-Man,
Oh,
Hulk.
okay.
He's everywhere. You know the Spider-Man No More cover?
Oh, yeah.
He did that. He did a lot of iconic
Damn.
Spider-Man covers. Like he's a legend. And now his son,
Damn.
John Romita Jr. is doing more comic art too. So
Oh, that's because he's kept in the family sort of
yeah,
thing. That like.
because Senior
Oh, that's
passed
quite
a
nice.
while ago, I think, and now Junior is continuing that. He has a very different art style though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That. Oh. Yeah, that was my icebreaker question. That lot. So I say I do know you've got a question as well. You want to ask?
Yeah, so in the past 24 hours, there have been some, at least two big MCU news that dropped, and they kind of surprised me. The first of which is that Shawn Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, is in talks to do Avengers 5. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, oh! I tell you what, if he did, he's not. Did he do the first and second Deadpool as
No,
well?
no.
Oh, he did do them. What's he done?
He
Because I
did
recognise the name.
Free Guy. He did
That was it.
he did another Ryan Reynolds movie on Netflix, The Adam Project.
Oh yeah, that was quite good actually. I quite
Have you
enjoyed
seen the
that.
Night at the Museum movies? Because he did those.
Yeah, they weren't too bad. Apart from the third one. Third one was a bit all over the shop. But
Yeah, so he's made his mark,
no,
and
it's not
he.
too bad
Have you
actually.
seen Real Steel with Hugh Jackman
Oh yeah, the
and
boxing one.
the robot boxing? Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, I
Um,
enjoyed that. Actually, I tell you what, I not be too bad actually. Then
yes, but
I,
apparently he was offered the role back in March, I think, and he turned it down because he was committed to Deadpool, and he's also a
oh,
producer
okay.
on Stranger Things. But now that
Oh,
the production, has been delayed on Avengers, it's kind of opened up for him, and now he's kind of more open to the idea of maybe doing it.
uh,
Um,
I
so
yes,
yeah,
if as long as Deadpool and Wolverine smash it out of the park, which I think we definitely will in that part, I'd be very well up for him being Avengers 5's director,
yeah.
100% now,
And now the
because
other
it's going
one,
to be. Oh,
oh
go
sorry,
on. No, I just think he's going to be really working well with. He knows how to work well with a big ensemble of people and that sort of thing.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's quite good in that part.
So the second part is that Avengers 5 will be a huge ensemble movie with more than 60 characters being included in it.
Jesus, where?
And that production is expected to start soon.
Damn. Six. Hang on, there's not.
With returning
Is there actually
characters,
60
new
heroes?
characters,
Jesus, where?
it's supposed to be a massive
I
movie. But
can't even think. Oh,
the only
God.
thing with that is, are they making this separate from Secret Wars, or is this the lead up to Secret Wars still? Because they could do,
Oh, and there's like part one and part two sort
yeah,
of thing. Like,
because Secret Wars is still supposed to be a part one, part two, but Avengers 5, because, in phase one we had Avengers 1, phase 2 we had Age of Ultron, which wasn't really related to the Infinity story.
yeah.
So Avengers 5, I'd be very curious to see if that's kind of like that's the movie to establish the heroes and make us care about them, or if this, like, they're thrown right into the event, like to end the multiverse saga. If there's that many
That'd be
people
very
though, then it's got to
interesting.
be multiverse related.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be in that. Like, there's got to so many different threads and God knows what sort of thing going off. So, ah,
So yeah,
dear
that's like the two
Lord,
news things that dropped yesterday.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll be 100% up for him being an Avengers director. And if that's going to be the case for the film to have so many people in, my lord, he's going to have to work with a lot of characters.
Yep. It's gonna be probably a high budget movie to get all those actors plus
Oh, massively.
sets, CGI, all of that. It's gonna be crazy.
It's just, please, for the love of God, work. Do it well.
Yeah,
That's all I'm asking.
definitely. They have to at this point. If they want to make people care about the team going forward, then they have to make this one land.
Yeah, massively and that sort of thing. But anyway, yes, we'll get into
Yep,
the
let's do
comic
it.
book section of the show now. And I was going to ask you, like, when you go for like comic books and stuff, is there anything particular that you draw yourself to? Artwork,
So
writing.
let's say I am going to a bookstore or a comic store, just looking for something that I want to get. So because of like my knowledge of the stories, I kind of have an idea of what is considered good and some that are considered bad and some that I may want to just check out to see what it's like. So I for sure go for the ones I know that are good first and kind of try to decide, obviously the size of the book. Is it worth paying
Yeah.
that much for the size of it compared to maybe a smaller one that is going to go by quicker, but it's cheaper, that kind of thing. So the price is a big, decider for me. But also, I think I said this in the last one too. I pick up one that, kind of interests me and I kind of skim through it
Yeah.
and I kind of see what the artwork is like and kind of see, oh, I like the artwork in this. I might give this a shot. So that's another decider too. Seeing like what the art style is like, seeing if it's something that is kind of pleasing to me. I don't really like the more like cartoony type art like in the
Yeah.
stories. I can get across that if it's like a variant cover or something that there's a
Yeah.
more cartoony look to it, but a more like I don't know, chiseled and just
A defined sort
yeah,
of thing.
defined art for those characters and stories. It's much more visually appealing in my mind, where it's like these are like defined characters. They're not like, abstract in any way of them being portrayed. And like Rob Liefeld, who did Deadpool, the massive Captain America chest, like
Yeah.
that's not gonna make me want to read that because that's just
Yeah.
stupid. And
Very over exaggerated
yeah,
sort of thing.
definitely. So yeah.
I'm gonna say for myself now, like, I like with how many comics I've got, I like to like find the backstories out to like some of the
Yeah,
films
for
and
sure.
like series and stuff like that sort of thing. I thought the first one I'd show because I totally forgot I actually had this, and because it was one of the older sort of genre comics that I've got, I was a bit like I didn't really want to read it, but now we're getting Vision Quest now again, but we
yeah.
thought we wasn't getting sort of thing. I actually found out the Avengers West Coast Vision Quest series.
Oh, interesting.
I totally forgot that I actually ever had. And because when I looked through the art styles, the art style is very the old school, very
Yeah.
like blocky.
That's the kind of style that I like too for the more classic stories. Like it's very like of that time everything looked
Oh
like that.
yeah, massively.
Yeah.
And I think looking through it, I was like, I think I could just about read it, sort of thing. But then this is the one where we see like the White Vision and they're understanding like where he's gone and stuff like that. So there's the picture of the White Vision, if you can see,
Yeah, that's nice.
which is very nice. That like,
Kind of looks like
so
Silver Surfer with a cape.
yeah, pretty much that like, sort of thing. And I was like, well, now that we know we are getting Vision Quest eventually, sort of thing, which we never really thought we was going to. I thought, well, as I was digging out, looking for stuff that I wanted to show you, apart from one of the other ones, I thought, oh, actually, now we know this, I will go back and have a read of this sort of thing because it's
Yeah.
not too much of a struggle to read that. Like I was saying last time when it was very heavy text that I just couldn't get the hang of, sort of thing. But this one, it's probably just in that turnover where they're getting rid of the text but still got the artwork style. So yeah, that was my first inkling. I thought I'd show.
Yeah, that's nice. I haven't seen that anywhere, the Vision Quest collection.
Mm.
So I'll have to see if that's out there somewhere. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to start with my wildcard ones.
Oh, okay.
I have one, and then I have like two that are like inside it, just, in the smaller format. So
Yeah.
last time you had, I think it was a Star Trek, a Batman, and there's another one. I forget what it was.
Yeah, it's Star Trek, Batman. Oh, what was the other one I had? Oh, I can't
Anyways,
think of it now.
um,
Yeah.
so I have, because Batman's one of my favorite DC characters. Oh, this is a massive book, by the way. Show it to you like that.
Jesus, where?
It's an omnibus, so it's Batman by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Awesome book.
Nice.
The art, like Greg Capullo's also a really great artist. If I open it, I wonder if I'm actually going to be able to hold this up. But it includes 3 different stories that were, they were kind of developing as DC kind of rebooted their universe.
Oh, okay.
So this was the start of what they called the New 52, where each character was getting kind of a redone, not origin, but kind of reestablishment.
It's like a rebooty sort of thing, weren't it? Yeah.
It was like they were reestablishing each character's kind of environment and, villains and stuff like that. So in this one, I'll just hold up the back. You have the Joker.
Oh.
And this is the one where he peels his face off, and that's a part of the story. So
he staples it back underneath as well.
Yeah. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
This one, these are the ones I have in smaller format, includes the Court of Owls story.
Oh, okay. Very
and
nice.
This is the second part to it, the City of Owls.
Nice.
These, like this story alone, one of the greatest Batman stories I've ever read.
Oh,
the Court of Owls are so cool. So well written. They're very terrifying.
Didn't they use them for that
they were in
new
the Gotham
Arkham
Knights
game?
Gotham
Gotham
Knights.
Knights.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So this cover, I don't know if you can see.
Oh, that's nice.
With the Talon, it's like the Court of Owls assassins.
Nice.
So the Court of Owls is a cult that's been in Gotham since its inception. Like they've been around the entire time, and they've been pulling strings for crime, different money laundering, stuff like that. And Batman finds something, and he's investigating like who's behind all these killings, and he goes down this rabbit hole of this cult that's been around for centuries in Gotham, and they're super powerful. So there's that storyline in the omnibus. There's another called Death of the Family, where the Joker just targets the entire Bat family and basically puts Batman through hell to try to save them. And then the third one is a post-apocalyptic story called Zero Year, where Batman is in Gotham, like Gotham's flooded basically, and the Riddler is in charge of the city. He's controlling everything that's going on, and Batman's kind of like a Mad Max type Batman almost. Yeah. But yeah, definitely check that out. Like maybe not the omnibus because it's super expensive, but definitely check out the Court of Owls. Awesome story, great art. Yeah, just awesome storytelling. And they need to be in the new movies too. I really want to see the Court of Owls in the new Robert Pattinson series. I think they'd be perfect for that vibe. I know what you think of that, but that's what I want to see.
And just have a new Batman. Just restart it all over again. Now we'll have a new Batman, and then have the Court of Owls in that. Please, I'll take it all. He doesn't want to go back to the old ones. Just start anew. That's all you got to do.
So yeah, that's my first set basically.
Oh, cool. Well, so I'll tell you what, I'll go for my 2 wild card bits now. I like my puzzles. I like word searches and stuff like that sort of thing. And for one Father's Day, Eleanor got me like a Marvel brain training puzzle thing. So I got Marvel Brain Games.
Oh, interesting.
So it's got like which one's like the proper Hulk, if you can see that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which one's the proper Hulk? like mazes, like Sudoku word bleeding things, and like symbol swap, trying to see which ones symbols you've got and everything. And I tell you what, especially for like train journeys or bus journeys and stuff, I do sit myself. I don't like writing in it because I don't want to like spoil it and that sort of thing. So I've got like a little like notepad next to me, and I
Oh,
like,
okay.
no, this is that, and I get at least them if I knacker up, I can just scribble it straight out, and I'm like, oh, okay, that sort of thing. And it's got all sorts of different like what's his name, Ant-Man and Spider-Man
Okay.
bits. Which makes it a bit more challenging for me as well, as I'm dyslexic. So trying to spell things out like is not a fun thing to try and do for myself and that lot. And then I've got Figures Fantastic, which is the pop culture photography of Daniel Picard, and it's just basically got a load of like different like figures basically, and put them in like everyday sort of thing. So you got Shaun of the Dead character
Oh, interesting.
looking over a dead body and that lot. I've got where's the Batman one? Because I love the Batman one. There's a different. Oh, there's one. Like, and it's just little like he's got like it's like Funko figures, but like the actual action figures sort of thing. And he just put them in like everyday sort of sceneries and stuff like that sort of thing. So there's where is because there's the Galactus one, which I absolutely adored. Where are you? Where are you? They are.
Oh, that's really cool.
I thought it's just so nice and so talented how they've got like these different like pictures to do them with. And like, oh, there's the Emperor and Darth Vader having a canoe. And I've had this for ages now, and I'd love to. Like, I've got plenty of figures myself, but I've never like known how to like impose them like that and have them doing like certain ways and stuff like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So when I seen this, I just thought that's so clever and that like if I actually seen that, if I was Catwoman seeing a spider come up to me like that, I'd freak. That was just so nasty. But yeah, it was just really like ingenious. Like some of the stunts, like a sand person with Jason Voorhees.
Oh, very interesting.
So yeah, there's another one. And also, actually, I've got I got this ages ago when Eleanor was very little, and I tried to at first like read some of these comics to her, like as a nighttime story, like I could read an issue and stuff like that. But then I found this, and it was like storybook collection. So it's very kiddie, like drawn, and has like all the like origin stories of the characters. So you've got like the origin story of Iron Man. So you got Iron Man's origin, very like
Nice.
pastel colours, very simple sort of things that lot. Captain America, which just really like it's nice. It was nice and simple. I can even like when she was older, I was getting her to like read it as well, sort of thing. So you got Thor, obviously, and it was just a really like a nice bonding sort of thing with me and Eleanor. And that. Like, I was like, I'd read a page if she was confident enough. I'd get her to read a page. Like the Avengers all coming together,
Oh, that's cool.
which is really nice, really simple, easy to read for like Guardians of the Galaxy, or like very classic sort of Guardians of the Galaxy look as
Yeah.
well, sort of thing. So I was just like, oh, that's really nice. That is, I just really like father daughter sort of bonding moment that was sort of thing. I was quite chuffed for that.
Yeah, that's nice. For my next one, I don't have it here because it's huge, so I'm gonna have to grab it. So this is one that I meant to have last time, and I forgot about it. So obviously, I'm a huge fan of the MCU. It's the biggest movie franchise of all time. It's a huge part of my childhood growing up. So I got this came out a few years ago. It's called The Story of Marvel Studios, and it's a 2-book collection. There's 2 books inside there. They're massive. I'll see if I could take out the first one. And basically, what it does, it's like kind of like a scrapbook almost, like a coffee table type book that outlines. So the first one has the blueprints to Mark 1 of Iron Man. the second one has the Infinity Gauntlet on it. But basically, it covers like all these behind the scenes stories of getting the studio established, and Kevin Feige and Louis Despacito and Victoria Alonso and all of them kind of figuring out the path that they wanted to go on. And they go down like the story of like the production on Iron Man, on the Hulk, on Thor, on Captain America.
Oh, that's cool.
And how the struggle of getting all those established and then taking the massive risk of making the Avengers, because they had no idea if that was going to work at the time. So just when you open it, and there's all these like really great concept arts too. There's Captain America on the front lines.
It's nice.
For the first Avenger. So there's a ton of behind the scenes stuff like concept art, production photos, storyboards. Like there's Robert Downey Jr.'s screen test as Iron Man.
Damn.
And then there's storyboards of his escape from the cave.
Oh, so cool.
It was so interesting, and as I read this, I was rewatching the entire MCU at the same time. So I read Iron Man, then I watched Iron Man. I read Hulk, then I watched Hulk. So I got to relive the entire MCU while reading this and finding out the backstory to every project. And like there's Tom Hiddleston auditioning for Thor.
Shit.
So like they go down the casting, even the one shots, like the All Hail the King. Yeah, they talk about the point of that and what they were trying to do with that.
That's quite cool, to be honest.
Trying to see if there's the shot of the Avengers in the circle, because there's a lot of that. Oh, there's concept art of Vision that they were trying to get. So the first book, I don't know if you can really see that.
Yeah, that's like very...
So it's like there's a lot of text, like you have to read it basically. Like it's very vertical. But it's so interesting. So if you love the movies, if you want to know how the studio became the giant that it is today, so the second book goes up until, I think, Far From Home, and then it talks about the Comic-Con panel of 2019 when they announced Phase 4 and all of that, and basically saying the future is bright, and, we're going to keep, putting the love and care into these projects that we put into the Infinity Saga. So definitely check out the story of Marvel Studios. It's very well done.
That's nice. I never even thought of something like that, to be honest. But that'd be really interesting just to literally progress as the films progress. And that's proper
you
cool,
learn so much of the struggles and everything they went through to try to get those movies made. Like, it's so interesting.
You wouldn't have really thought they'd have struggles, like roadblocks or anything like that. Sort of
when they were getting started, it was like they really, like, it was a small studio. They didn't really have the capabilities of doing all that. But as Iron Man was a hit, Hulk was okay, Iron Man 2 was okay, Thor was okay, Captain America did pretty good. And then they took the massive risk of doing the Avengers where, putting all of them together. And it was a massive hit. And they were like, okay, we've got our momentum. We're going to keep this going. And then, it just keeps going from there.
It's just the juggernaut that is now, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, the next two I thought I'd show is, again, one of them that I just got recently at the Leicester Riverside Festival. And this, I'd love to have read this when Thor, Love and Thunder, when we had Jane Foster as Lady Thor. I'd love to have read this back then, because it is the omnibus for Thor, Goddess of Thunder, which
I just want to see, turn it around. I want to see how big it is.
Oh, big. It's not too bad.
Okay. I know she didn't have a long series, but...
No, this is the thing. Well, tell you what, I'll put them with the other book. It'd be that sort of thing. So this is like the start of who is Lady Thor. How did Thor become unworthy when what's his name, the dark elf,
Malekith.
I think it was Malekith, whispered something into his ear, and I become unworthy to hold Mjolnir. So obviously it transferred it to Jane Foster, and say some of the artwork in this just absolutely fantastic.
That's
the battles
really cool.
They have, it's just so nice. And then as well, I didn't realise how many people in the MCU have had their left arm chopped off. Because you got
Claw. Thor has an
Thor.
arm.
You've got, I swear, it's Bucky left arm.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell, sort of thing. But yeah, just seeing all this, it was just so nice. And then at the end, it's like the big revelation. That's obviously, where is it? Come on, come back. That's obviously Jane Foster, and she's obviously the
Oh,
cancer's killing her and that sort of thing. And she's like, no, I'm gonna carry on, even if it kills her, I'm gonna carry on that. And then at the end of this omnibus, it was like they obviously had this idea that Jane Foster could have been Thor in the first place, and then they've actually got like or what if Jane Foster found Thor's hammer?
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Well, I'd never seen that before, and I think that's really cool and that lot sort of thing.
There's a whole what if collection too of all the
Oh
different
yeah,
what ifs that they've done over the course of the history, basically.
yeah. I said this. I think I'd struggle with this because you see, you look at this, it's like the very old school sort of
Yeah.
style, loads of text. It's just really struggling to read it, sort of thing. And then obviously the one that follows that, which I don't understand how in my Marvel graphic novel collection how they did this one, like the death of Mighty Thor, but he never did like the actual one before it, which I never really understood. I didn't really get, sort of thing.
Hmm.
But again, it's like a follow on from this one, so now I can actually read from that straight to this now properly. And it's like you see how she basically gets killed and goes to Valhalla, and like they're trying to save her and use anything they can, sort of thing. And it's so heartbreaking just to see her like pass in this. Like look at that. That's just horrible to see in Thor's arms.
The whole
And it's
cancer thing is
just
just tragic.
yeah, it is. And just seeing how well they'd written it, and then seeing like the doors to Valhalla as she goes through, so nice, so really well done, and the story is just like so powerful, so nice, and it's just so really well drawn out and that. And I was quite glad now. I've obviously read this one, but now I can actually connect the two up properly, and I can properly read it all the way through. And like I say, I might eventually. I know it's gonna be a chunky one sort of thing, but I might do like a Marvel comic corner on it sort of thing because I really liked seeing that. And now I'd like to read this and then watch Thor: Love and Thunder and see if they actually did. I know it's going to be hard to do. I know, but just to see if they actually did take any lessons from these books, I think that'd be quite nice to do. And I'll just have a look because they're so
Oh,
well done.
your audio has cut.
Oh,
Or it's me. I'm not sure.
okay. Can you hear me?
Speak.
Hello.
Okay, speak
Yeah.
again.
Hello. We good?
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Right.
Okay.
I don't
Scared
know
me
why
for a second.
I didn't touch anything. I swear. But
No,
yeah,
no, what
I'm
happened
very. I'm a very good sucker for like finding the comics and trying to read them for the films. But
Yeah.
so that'll be my next. Even though it's an older film that's already been gone, that'll be the next one I'll be looking at, as well as Vision Quest as well.
Yeah, those are. I know the Thor one is great. I haven't read Vision Quest, but yeah. So my next ones, I've got. I'm not gonna like go too far into these, but I've got 4 of a series called Marvel Visionaries. I don't know if you've seen them.
Oh no, never seen that.
So basically, what this series does is it takes the most iconic work of someone that worked with Marvel. So there's one. This was the first one I got was Stan Lee.
Oh,
So it has a
nice.
collection of all of his work, not just Marvel too, because he started
Ah,
in like horror comics and monsters. Like there's one of the very first Captain America covers that he worked on. It's they are tough to read because at that time it's very different. Like there's one of the first Daredevil comics with Namor.
damn.
It's like that's one of them. See if I could find Spider-Man because obviously that has to be in it.
Yeah, it had to be.
The other one, John Romita Sr. So again, the
Oh, cool.
iconic Spider-Man.
Yeah, that back looking one where he's looking over his shoulder now. Oh,
Just can't there.
yeah.
He's done Daredevil, Captain America, just a lot of really iconic characters. So there's that one. Oh, I love this cover too.
Oh, it's nice. Spider-Man saves the day.
Where he finds out Norman's the Green Goblin. So yeah, there's that one. There's Jack Kirby. So that one.
Is that from the
These,
Avengers one? That's the Avengers cover, that top one, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. So there's Fantastic Four, Inhumans, a lot of very like he has a
Nice.
very unique style, and
Yeah.
you can see the like influence it's had on so many things, especially Eternals. Um,
Mm.
so like Fantastic Four, Coming of Galactus,
That picture of Galactus is so cool.
yeah, and then obviously the very early Captain America work. Again, Western comics, horror comics.
Mm.
Oh wait, you might like this one. I just saw the first Captain America with him punching Hitler. The Rawhide Kid, I don't know if you've heard of him, but
Yeah.
um, well, anyways, there's that one, and the
That's
final one I
nice.
have is Chris Claremont, who is famous for the
Oh,
X-Men.
damn.
So yeah, there's a lot of really cool. It's not like complete stories; it's more just iconic issues of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Basically, so there's like a Dark Phoenix one. There's like a Wolverine one here. Just
That's
that one.
nice.
And yeah, so
I'll tell
this
you what,
series
actually.
takes all the most basically notable work of these people and
Okay.
puts them in like a mini collection, so you get a taste of what they did. So there's others for like Steve Ditko. There's oh, I can't think of, oh, Roy Thomas, who is another writer, I think. Yeah, he was a writer. And then
Hmm.
John Buscema, who's an artist. So there's a lot of like the Avengers stuff in that too. So
Nice.
yeah, I got those, and those are like the core that I wanted. Basically, like you had to get
Hmm.
Stanley, you had to get Jack Kirby,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
massively.
I wanted Romita Senior and Claremont. So check those out if you just want to see like where their work came from and their iconic issues that they worked on.
Damn, that's nice. Well, as you said, Wolverine, I sort of piqued my interest because I've got some Wolverines down here, and the one that I've got first, that lot, is Return of Wolverine. So this
Oh
one's
yeah, yeah,
just been done after he's died, and now he's come back now, and he's sort of like on a warpath, and just seeing so much, just not seeing him be reborn, sort of thing. Just having a look at that, it's the first thing you see now. It's just so nice, that lot. And just how he goes on like a massive rampage, just trying to like figure out who the ones that have done him wrong, and like seeing the old sort of classic people, Iceman there,
yeah.
Kitty Pride, so nice, that lot sort of thing. And I just his interaction with the characters as well in that lot. I was like, looks like he's just about
Nightcrawler.
to kill Nightcrawler in that lot, and he doesn't. He punches him instead in that lot, and it's just he's just pissed basically out, that sort of thing. And just seeing him like go through just all these different emotions, that lot, and then into different scenarios as well. So nice, that lot. And then like people realizing who's he after. He's reliving his past, sort of thing. So he's like going through all the old
Weapon
sort
X.
of like, yeah, just so nice, that sort of thing. And as I was reading, getting them sort of that out, I totally forgot. I've actually got Wolverine Origins and Endings,
Oh,
which
okay.
I completely forgot about, that sort of thing. So where's the thing at the left shaken at ground zero after the cataclysm events of House M. Oh, that was it. Yes, he just finished House M events. All the mutants are gone, and he's the one that's just rebuilding his past, sort of thing. No choice but to soldier on, as done many times before. Um, has it been a burden to become great in his lifetime? Logan's been both a hero and villain, and plays a pawn. But what's he got to do now? Don't miss out on the beginnings of an epic, more than a century in the making. And it's just like fighting the Silver Samurai.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like a very like compared to the old sort of art styles as well of some of the other Wolverines I've seen. It's completely different. It's like there's one with a red skull as well.
Nice. That's
It's
interesting
just
too.
exactly that.
Wolverine
Like
and Red Skull.
you got some more with like his interactions with Bucket, Winter Soldier, and Cap as well. just so nice. That which again I totally forgot about. And then he getting his own samurai sword at the end,
Oh, nice.
glowing red, which is just so cool, that sort of thing. And then this one I've not actually read. I totally forgot I had this. So this one, another one, I'm gonna have to look back at to the Brotherhood Wolverine.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
So his name is Logan. There is rage in him. It is wild and savage, and fed by blood and unpredictability. And he even does not know when it falls upon him. That rage is past, blood is on the ground. Some call him mutant or an animal X-Men. His neighbor, 17-year-old Lucy Braddock, called him Mean Man. Then the two men put 27 bullets in him, and she called him the Brothers. While the brothers were at it, they put another 14 bullets through Logan. By the time he had recovered, they were gone. But Lucy's Braddock's journal remained. It is and in it a plea to the Mean Man, don't forget about me. So he's like going back to try and hunt the brothers down to try and rescue this girl and that lot. And I said I've not read this, so I'm gonna have to look at this as a find out through digging the stuff. But the artwork's just really nice, really like open pages like that.
Yeah. I just see
It's
Crazy
really
Canucks in the chat here. Thank you for joining.
oh brilliant! Thank you very much for joining, mate. Yeah, it's just so nice. She can definitely handle her own sort of thing as she's fighting that lot.
No, Braddock. Is she related to Captain Britain then?
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm gonna have to read up on it, sort of thing. But I'd say she is. It's all very mainly done in the US, not Oregon, by the looks of it. That lot.
Okay.
Like that picture as well. Look at that. That's just. It's
You
like
tell something's gonna go down
moody.
there.
Yeah, it's proper dark and moody, proper sort of like. I like some of these ones that I've got as well. It like shows you like sketches that they've done for like different covers, which is so cool, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's another one I might join on to Comic Corner. But yeah, as you brought Wolverine up, I thought there's my Wolverine ones.
Yeah, it's very nice. So this next one I've got is Marvel's.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
Alex Ross art. It looks like a painting, like I said. Like, so good. Iconic picture there. So
cool.
This one is very different if you're if you haven't read this. It's through the eyes of a journalist, basically. And
I always thought when I read that book, I always thought it's like that's Stan Lee. It's just Stan Lee's life in his eyes.
Doctor Doom.
Nah.
The Thing in his I want to see this in the movie. I want to see him in the coat and the hat. But yeah, it's through the eyes of a journalist, and he's seeing the beginning of all these heroes showing up, like Human Torch fighting Namor, Captain America, Spider-Man, X-Men. He's like seeing all of it, and at the end of it, like it's over the course of his life basically, and he writes a book about his what he's seen and what he's written about over the course of his life. And it's just a really well done book. Like, it's not like anything you're expecting, probably. Like, if you are going into this thinking, oh, it's like this is the origin of all these heroes at that time, it's an anthology series of this guy witnessing all of that happening. And it's so interesting. Like, he's just walking and he sees Giant Man show up and he's like, what the heck is going on? There's like Iron Man, Thor. Like, it looks so like aesthetically pleasing. Like, it's really well illustrated. And it's going like across the time periods. It's like starting in the 40s, goes all the way up until like the 60s or 70s. So it's really well done.
It's so nice when I've read that book myself, and then just seeing it come from the other perspective of like just everyday average
just a
people
normal
just
guy
looking up just looking up and seeing an awe of everything going on. Because in the initial way he sees the Mole Man come up for the Fantastic Four,
and then Galactus showing up, and then like the Silver Surfer, Namor pulling a huge tidal wave over New York because he's mad at humankind, and they're all watching like the huge wave take down the city basically. It's so good. And the next one I have is, I've had this for a long time, is Guardians of the Galaxy by Abnett and Lanning. So I've like this series is out of print too, by the way. I only have the
Oh,
first
really?
volume, and I can't find the second one because it's out of print.
Oh,
So you'll see. I can't really say that because my video's not out yet, but on Friday when my next video comes out for Guardians of the Galaxy, you'll see what is kind of like influenced by this. Um,
nice.
like the art is so good too. Like look at that Star Lord,
That's nice.
classic Star Lord. So again, in this, it's the Universal Church of Truth.
Mm.
So like in the video game that you played,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, because when we did that live stream as well, you didn't even realise that, did you? And I was just getting to that point of the game, and that like, then you brought out this for your
yeah.
the phases we did. That like, was just so brilliant.
There's
That
a
was.
scroll cover with Star Lord.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, there's a lot of characters in this. I just thought it was really well done. Like this was basically the first Guardians comic I read, so yeah, very well
cool.
done. It's like if you love the Guardians, it's a really great book for them.
Nice. I mean, well, going on for I don't know, call it teams or anything like that sort of thing, but with obviously Deadpool and Wolverine coming out in the summer and everything.
Yep.
As I collected my like Marvel graphic novel collections, and then I started doing the Deadpool ones as well, and I didn't actually realize how many people he's actually pissed off, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we've got Black Panther versus Deadpool.
Oh wow, I haven't seen
Which, yeah,
Interesting.
just seeing them, literally, honestly, some of the fight scenes they have against each other, like, it's a very, like, again, distinct art style. It's like you'd never really see Deadpool like drawn or acted like that sort of thing. You just never would notice it, sort of thing. And it's like it's just basically just picking a fight, pretty much that sort of thing. It's like I think they've had a disagreement about doing something like Jack o' Lantern as well.
Oh, very interesting.
And there's got loads of different like things going off like on that. I think they're hunting somebody down like and they're trying to do it in two different ways. So let me get like I think as well when I was reading this, I didn't know whether this was done before or around the same sort of time, but it's got the when you hit the Black Panther, he's got that absorbing sort of thing. That
Yeah, the kinetic
swear
energy.
I swear that's where they've got it from because you see the kinetic sort of lines around Black Panther. I think that's so cool to look at. And seeing that, I was like, that's nice. That's really well done, that lot. And then the other one I've got is the Despicable Deadpool and the Marvel Universe Kills Deadpool.
Oh.
Where he's like, he's like literally just gone off the plot. He's like over like used himself sort of thing. He's like, taking advantage of everything that he can do. And then everybody's out for blood now. Everybody's just had enough of him, sort of thing. So he's like having disagreements, and you've got Iron Man and Cable. Let me get some of the bigger ones. They are like Captain America and Deadpool just kicking the seven bells out of each other.
Jeez.
Which is like, and then but then by the end of it, he's sort of like realised he's done too much, and the ones that he's tried to take out, he's sort of taken out, but the only one himself, the one that he can take out is basically like himself. So he like drugs himself to like put himself in a coma and is like trying to wipe his own mind of like everything that he's done, and like in his head, he's basically like fighting himself.
Okay.
And just all hell's breaking loose, and like he's just going through all the different things. Like when he got married, he's going through all them emotions when he got married. And it's just so good to read now, and just seeing how like twisted and messed up he is really in that lot. And then like that's how it ends. Like he's a new Deadpool now. He's like refreshed, and he's going to take on a new mantle sort of thing, which I just thought was just really, really different to seeing that lot. And just there's like other ones I've seen like Hawkeye versus Deadpool. You got
really,
the Thunderbolts versus Deadpool. Who else was there that I saw? There was old man Logan versus Deadpool, Cable versus Deadpool. There's just so many that he's actually pissed off, and it's just so funny to read now. I was like, you can't get on with anybody, can you? Really? And like, it's just something that pisses him off. And like they're just, yeah, I'm just gonna take out you next. And like, it's so good, so
Yeah.
good.
Crazy Canuck too. If you're still there, let us know what a comic you really like is if you're a comics guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely. Like,
while you're talking about Deadpool, I've got Deadpool and Cable. This was
oh,
volume one of that series. You might recognize that.
yeah.
Um,
I've got one of them that's met myself and that lot.
so basically, this one's, there's a lot going on in this. I don't want to give anything away, but the two of them have to work together to, there's like, I don't know how to explain it without giving it away. It's like there's a not a cult, but there's something going on, and they need Cable to help them, and it's very shady. And Deadpool is kind of skeptical, and he kind of takes it into his own hands, and starts to cause chaos as he usually does. Um, the X-Men make an appearance in this. They look really good in that too. Like, look at that: Cyclops,
Oh, so
Wolverine, Emma
nice.
Frost, Beast. So, yeah, it's really well done. This is like really the only big, I guess, Deadpool book I have, because the other one I have is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, and that's tiny.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I enjoyed this one. This one, the art style changes too. You'll see there's a much more like, cartoony switch to it because Deadpool
I think
changes it.
I think with Deadpool as well now, like, he can get away with that sort of
Yeah,
change and tone sort of thing, which just anything Deadpool completely doing that like is just so good anyway.
yeah. So that one was really good. There's a bunch of different, side stories. That's really cool. Baby Cable with Mr. Sinister.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
so yeah, there's that one. The next one I have is, I think you'll like this one, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So
I love that one. That's so good.
reading this, it's like every time you see the Winter Soldier, you hear the ghost scream in your head.
Yeah.
It's different from the movie because the Red Skull is in this. It's modern day, but there's more characters. A lot of like psychological play with Captain America. Kind of dealing with, is Bucky really back? Like, is that him? And what that means, all the different things that he's connected to, this other plot with other villains trying to, destabilize the city basically. It's so good. Like the art is really good too. Um, yeah, it's so good. Like Ed Brubaker like revolutionized Captain America basically and put him in the modern era and put him in that gritty nature that the movie pulled inspiration from. And the video that I've had you guys watch this past week is Captain America in my franchise, and that was a huge inspiration for that. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's not like the movie. It's like you won't get ruined by any way if you've seen the movie. Um,
No,
but it's so good. I just see Crazy Canuck
I do.
saying,
Oh,
uh, The Boys. You really like The Boys? I haven't read The Boys.
no, no, I'm not. I couldn't suggest anything there. So I think so. Some I wouldn't mind looking at sort of things like Watchmen as well. I'd love to read the Watchmen
Oh, you
comics and
haven't?
Hellboy as well. No, Hellboy
Oh,
and the Watchmen. They're two sort of comics that I'd love to read because I just think just how well the films have done that lot. Just think that'd be really good and gritty to have a read that lot sort of thing. So yeah, it's two on my to do list sort of thing
definitely
to
do
watch and I
Watchmen.
read.
Definitely get
Mm,
Watchmen. It's so good. Thank you for that, though, Crazy Canuck.
mm.
I haven't read it, but I love the show. So, looking
Again,
forward
I'm
to the
not.
new. You haven't even seen the
I can't.
show.
No, I didn't see the show. Not lot.
Oh, you
I
need to
can't even
watch
say
that.
about the show. Not lot.
You need to watch that.
Everybody keeps on telling me I've got to watch it. Not lot. Because is he any the same bloke that's in the new Mortal Kombat game as well? Is that Homelander or something?
Yeah,
Or am I thinking that he's
Homelander.
part of the
Yeah,
boys? Yeah, because he's in the new Mortal Kombat One game, and I've been looking at downloading him because he looks just brilliant,
and
kicking the shit out of people out there. So
the one that plays the main like normal guy in the show, he's playing Johnny Cage in the next Mortal Kombat movie. So that's interesting that
oh,
you
is it?
connected that. Yeah,
Oh right. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay,
yeah. Carl
oh, that's
Urban.
cool.
He also played Scourge in Thor Ragnarok actually. The executioner.
Oh Jesus, wept.
Yeah, so he's gonna be
Damn.
Johnny Cage, and he's in The Boys.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'll be
Yeah,
quite good. I don't mind looking at Yeah, nice connecting that lot. But anyway, yeah. The next one, again, this I don't think it's ever been confirmed yet as a series or film or anything like that sort of thing. But the two ones that I'm here, I don't think they can do them now because of how knackered up they've done with Kang. But the first one is the Young Avengers sidekicks,
Very interesting.
which this is like through this you find out that Iron Lad is actually like a variant of Kang, and it has to
Wait,
go
who?
back. Iron Lad.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you said Iron Man for a second. I was like, wait, no. There's no way. Oh, I just see Crazy Canuck. The opening scene in The Boys season 1 is you live there. They shot that in Vancouver, right? If I'm not mistaken, Crazy Canuck. Is that where they shot that? That whole opening scene in the show, by the way, like shock, like
Really?
yeah, you need to watch that. I'll let you continue with that though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you find out that his name is actually called Kang,
Okay.
and then like he has like a whole moral sort of thing of like, well, I'm gonna eventually turn into Kang, and I need to like redeem myself. So he's like talking to different people like the Vision and stuff like that
Nice.
to try and get help, and like you're gonna kill me eventually, and also what do we do? And he's like going through all these different things, what's his name? Is it Wiccan? His partner
Wiccan, yeah.
almost gets killed, sort of thing,
Okay.
and he's like having to like help him basically and get him back to strength and everything. Like some of the fight scenes they have, like Kang with Status and like Kate Bishop and everything,
Oh, that looks really cool with
so
Kang.
so good. I wish they could have done something with this now, but they screwed it up that bleeding much that Kang's never going to be seen again. He's like killing himself,
Oh wow.
and I was like, they could have done so much, but we'll never see the light of day of it again now, and that sort of thing, which is really frustrating.
Kang's
But they
actually had a lot of involvement in the, like the new Avengers comics and the Young Avengers. Like it's I guess because Iron Lad's a part of it, but it's surprising how much involvement he's had with that compared to the actual Avengers team.
That's something I quite like the link as well now, because I just thought it's not always just like your big bad, like gonna have the whole Avengers going after you sort of thing. Bringing the smaller groups in with it, it's sort of like a nice rounded sort of. He's not just a threat to the main lot; he's actually an inner threat to the younger ones, and like working from within with Iron Lad, and he can manipulate him and stuff like that. Sort
Yeah,
of thing.
I just see Crazy Canuck said, "Oh, they shot in Hamilton." Okay, that's not far from where I am then.
Oh,
Just
right.
kind of around Toronto area.
Oh, damn. Yeah, the next one is like Family Matters.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just so good, and that like seeing like he's the Isaac from what's it called, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like seeing that be
Isaiah
portrayed in
Bradley,
here,
yeah.
on that, like, yeah. I never even knew anything like that sort of thing. So I went to go and find this, and I found out it was coming sort of soon, and just seeing like it's just so good.
Nice. I know they're
So,
kind of
so
tied
nice,
into. Oh no. I thought it was Secret Invasion, but it's like a mini piece of Civil War, like the other like stories going on with Civil War, and that team is heavily involved with that.
Yeah, it was like the Krees and the Skrulls and that lot sort of things like this. This is like happening like at the same sort of time as like I think is it a bit of the Kree Skrull War or something like that, because you got the Krees and the
Oh,
Skrulls,
that's really cool.
which I just love. I'm a sucker for like, open panel like fight scenes
Huge,
stuff like that
yeah,
sort
the
of thing.
huge like art with the fights.
Yeah, I just can't help but just love them one sort of thing like that. I could just watch them, read them all day long, that sort of thing. And I'm just rushing up, saying what's happening next, and then off for the next adventure.
You have to try to identify everyone who's in that page, basically.
Yeah. I just love it, absolutely love it. But yeah, it's something that I'd like to see all them come eventually. Oh, I can actually show you as well. So I was saying all my books all like mash up together with like a giant picture. I know it's not brilliant, but there's two pictures of him at least.
Oh,
29 and
nice.
20, and literally how it like blends in and goes through. Like, there's a whole I could have if I actually got them all out of the boxes, all of them around it. Be a whole massive mosaic picture going around the house. That
That's
like just
nice. Yeah, there's a
I'd need.
Batman series I have with that too, where it forms the Bat logo with the three
Mm,
books. Those are the Nightfall stories
oh, that's
with Bane.
nice.
Um, so next one I have is I've done a video on this how it could be used at the time for King Dynasty, which is Avengers Forever.
Oh,
So this one again, King is very important to this. Um, Basically, it's you know Rick Jones, the Hulk character. He's and a descendant of him in the future is basically like a universal conqueror, like warlord, basically. And he has these soldiers that are kind of taking over timelines and causing destruction. And the timekeepers send Immortus to kind of cleanse the timeline of Rick Jones, so that doesn't happen in the future. And the
okay.
Avengers have to kind of protect Rick Jones. Kang ends up, having to align with the Avengers to stop Immortus because he's competing with that variant of himself. Um, it's very well done. There's a lot of different characters in it. Um, it's just a really good Kang story too. I hope in some way they can use. I know they can't really do a lot with Kang really in the MCU right now, but I hope they use a lot of this as inspiration going forward. Like there's that kind of art, Captain America, Giant Man, Wasp. Like it's a very small Avengers team, but it's really well done. Um, it's got a lot of really great fights in it,
Love that. That's nice.
so it's very well done. And yeah, I did that video on how I thought this could be the perfect template for Avengers: The King Dynasty at the time. And there's Immortus with a vision, and I think is that Human Torch or Firelord,
Mm.
one of them. But yeah, if you want to read a more, it's from the 90s, but a more recent Avengers story that has huge stakes like that, then definitely check it out. It is a bit wordy at points. There's a lot of complex, things going on with time and things like that, but it was really well done. And the
I
second
said,
one, sorry.
look on. I said, them ones in the 90s, now, like, they're like my cusp of. I can really get into them and just manage it because it's not too wordy and it's not overly like splash. Just have that there sort of thing. So I do like them 90s ones. It just done it right for me in that lot.
Yeah, I need to get the 90s X-Men stuff because
Mm.
that's like obviously the show took a lot of inspiration from that, but um, yeah, I just see Crazy Canuck. I'm always in awe when you guys talk about comics. It's so fascinating. Thank you. Um,
Brilliant. Thank you much for that,
Glad you
mate.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
So next one I have is Black Panther: A Nation Under Our Feet. Um,
Ooh, I've never seen that one before.
so this is a more recent one. I want to say this is, let's see, I think it's like 2012. I want to say.
All right.
Uh, First printing 2017 was the first printing.
Damn.
So this was written by, his name is Ta-Nehisi Coates. He's done a lot of like African American culture books. He's a very prominent author for cultural kind of stuff. This one is basically, I can't remember what event this is after, but Thanos has just attacked Wakanda with the Black Order, and Wakanda's kind of reeling from the loss of Shuri, basically. So
Okay.
Shuri is dead, and T'Challa has to kind of, grapple with the loss of his sister and a broken nation, basically. And there's a group of Wakandans that are trying to overthrow T'Challa because they believe he's not, leading the country right.
Worthy in that lot.
And you get the Midnight Angels of the Dora Milaje
Ah,
with
right.
Okoye and Annika, I think Annika.
Yeah.
Um, like it's very well done. There's um, a lot of cultural aspects, obviously, but there's a lot of action. It's a very, not heartbreaking, but there's a lot of heartbreaking moments in it because of the
Okay.
family dynamic, all the
Yeah.
tragedy, um, and just a lot of really cool characters in it as well. Um, So yeah, definitely check this out if you're a fan of Black Panther. If like, it's a very political one too. If you like politics and that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's so well done. The art is really good too. So definitely check out A Nation Under Our Feet.
Okay, this sounds like they could have sort of simply took some inspiration from the last Black Panther. So instead of T'Challa, instead of Shuri being killed, it was T'Challa, and how like the nation was all broken up. Oh, that's quite good. Now
Yeah.
like, they just put Submarine in it and just messed it all up, and I was not a fan.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah,
I thought it was good, but
yeah,
we always do this.
Yeah. Maybe teasing for something we could like do later on down the line with
just a Wakanda Forever debate.
Yeah, or that as well. Yeah. But the next one I've reread this because I'm thinking about doing this for the comic corners on the channel and that lot, and it is the Immortal Hulk in Hell.
Oh, nice.
Now, literally, I read this a couple of times. And I thought it was too dark because I never realised that Kretus Krill, the Absorption Man.
Yeah.
I never realised that he could actually he's been tested with gamma rays and stuff like that. So he actually gets gamma powers himself. And then the fight scene he has, it's basically like a Red Hulk versus normal Hulk sort of thing. And the fight scenes they have together, it's just so immense. Like he's using the wrecking ball. Yeah, using the wrecking ball to absorb Hulk. And I just like that. Seeing him weak like that, his arm just completely gone. It's just so nice. And then it's like the experiments that they did on him. Like it got to a point that it overpowered him, and it's a tad graphic, but
jeez,
it got to that
it's like Predator,
a zombie sort of thing. And the whole point is that the Hulk's going back to where he was first made, sort of thing. So back to the army base where the bomb went off and he exploded, sort of thing. And he's being pulled to that point, and as they get pulled to this point here, they basically call it the green door, and the green door's asking him to come through. And obviously, when they go through, they're basically in hell, and everything's just decimated. And they see, he's saying, I think it was Rick Jones, wasn't it? You just said, yeah, Rick Jones. He's already been dead, and he's seeing a ghost of his past.
Wow.
Coming back to haunt him, and it's just so I say the art style is just so graphic, but in this bit here, it's they know he's just like a shell of himself because he's got no eyes.
Wow,
it's just
that's crazy.
It's pretty strong. It's really strong in that lot, and they're obviously trying to get back to the door to help him get back from hell. That lot, and they realise that Thunderbolt Ross has died as well. So they're going to his graveyard and everything. But at the end, they've managed to get out, but also they're not the only ones that get out. Rick Jones is now in the land of the living.
Nice.
It's the holy or the broken. It's just such a good, it's really graphic. I've never really seen the Hulk in that sort of graphic sort of style and that lot, and I just was damn, sort of thing. It was really nice to see in that lot, and again, just little pictures they've had on the back, so you got
the different
things
covers
that he's done. Things that he's done, that lot. It's just so nice, that lot. Sort of, there's the one with the scrolls and the Hulk, if you can.
Oh, nice.
It's looks like a bit like Spider-Man as well.
That's some of the best parts of those collections, is that it includes all of the sketches and the planning of character designs and different decisions that they were thinking of making, and then the variant covers. Those are really good.
It's just so
are we
really
doing
good understanding.
Are we doing good on time, by the way? Are we good?
Yeah. I've got another 15, 20 minutes. We're all good now. But I've only got, I'd say now, we've got another 15, 20 minutes, but I've only got one more book left.
I've got 3, and 2 of them go together, kind of. So,
okay.
I'll do one, if you want. This one, Old Man Logan.
Oh, I've got that. That's so good.
Really great. It's Captain America. So this one, obviously but it's in the future. The villains win basically. The villains have taken over the world, and that's really really cool. Um, so Logan's kind of off on his own, trying to survive. He meets a Hawkeye, that is also like still there too. Hawkeye's blind now, and he finds out that he killed the X-Men basically. It's so graphic too. Um, like
So good.
it's so good, but
So good.
I can't show a lot because it is a dark book. You know what's weird though? There's a Venom dinosaur. We were talking about a Venom horse.
Oh yeah.
There's a Venom dinosaur there.
More before you carry on there, if you want to know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
check out the special episode that we've done. We'll explain at the end of this episode, but it was a special episode me and Nate got together with, and we talked about the new Venom trailer coming out this Friday. But we'll talk about that at the end of the episode. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So this one, I love this cover by the way.
Oh, it's nice.
So the Red Skull is basically the big guy in this, and he's abusing Captain America's suit as a symbol. Like there's Bucky Barnes dead, and the White House or Capitol building is burning, and the Red Skull wins. So
Cool.
like the art is so good in this too. It's a very dark story, like I said. There's a Hulk involvement too. There's a whole Hulk family. It's a giant Hulk there. I don't know if you can see there. So yeah, it's basically Logan just trying to survive in this post-apocalyptic world, basically. It's very different from the movie, because the movie is, it's connected to the other movies, and it can't really involve that many characters, but it's very different. But the book is so well done, so had to include that.
Yeah, I'd say I do enjoy that. Like, so anything Old Man Logan sort of thing, it was just really nice to see how they portrayed him as just so different sort of thing. Then they had a event not long after they had the Old Man Logan sort of set where they brought that Old Man Logan into the proper MCU 616 era sort of thing. I think there was 2 Logans running around at one point as well in that issue, but I can't remember what it's called now. I say I'm terrible with names. But anyway, this one is Fantastic Four Forever.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it brings all of the Fantastic Fours, like from the different multiverses and everything like that.
Who's the writer on that one?
The writer is you got quite a few. So right, so you got Dan Slott, Sarah Pichel, Simon Bianchi, Scotty Young, Stefano Caselso, Nico Leon, Aaron Kuda, Michelle Audrey, Adam Hughes, Laura Braggan, Mark Buckingham, and Fred Hemberg.
Okay, I was trying to remember if that was Jonathan Hickman or if it was a different one, but I guess it's Dan Slott's the main one.
Yeah. So I won't be able to tell you that sort of thing. But yeah, they're having to come all together and all from different universes and stuff like that. It's just look at that. And they fall over the earth, signaling in the sky. It's just so good. Obviously, our boy Doom, the main guy again, that sort of thing. Even without his mask as well, and that lot, it's just so menacing, and seeing them all come together from different sort of like universes and stuff like that sort of thing. I love how you got the Future Foundation, I think it was, with the white suits. I don't know if you can see some of the white suits for the other universes of the Fantastic Four.
Is the Maker in that like Reed Richards with the helmet type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so nice, and obviously he's working for the bad guys, obviously a lot, but it's just so nice. And at the end of this, like special event, that sort of thing, we have like a side issue. Get to it, where we have. Where are you? Come on. We get the wedding of the Thing. Bless him.
Oh, to Alicia?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I didn't realise he actually got married to her, sort of thing, that lot. And just seeing all these people come together in that lot, and Bless him. Oh, always nice to
I
have a happy
hope
ending. Bless
I
him.
hope the two of them are in the movie. I really hope
Yeah, yeah,
they're obviously the thing is, but I hope the two of them are like a couple in that.
yeah, definitely. I say, and as well, I thought it was a nice touching bit as well for us as the Excelsior. And at the end, you can see for Stan and I can't remember my name those now. Stan and Jonah and Jack and Rosa, which I think was just really nice touch. Bless them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. I've got another one. This is my last one, and it's only like how I don't know if you got it over in the States now and the Canada and everything, but we've got like a free comic book day
Yeah.
here, and this
Yeah.
was from the Halloween's one of the free comic book day, and it is the birth of Tombstone,
Oh, very
which is the Amazing
interesting.
Spider-Man, and I've never seen Tombstone so domineering over Spider-Man like that, and he's literally. It's like, look at that. Literally kicking seven bells out of Spider Man. Like, I've never seen him so,
Yeah.
like, beaten down and running. He's like, you see his whole backstory of how he become Tombstone and why he was being bullied, and like his teeth are always sharpened, and he just attacked some kid. Like, he bit his ear off
Jeez.
because he was just getting bullied that much now. Like, he's just like, you know what, sod it, I can do whatever sort of thing. And he's like, right, I'm going to now he's trapped Spider-Man down here. He's going to go and punish like the ones, and he wants to make sure he learns his lesson. So he like leaves him in the sewers, and Spider-Man's like, "Stop! I've learned my lesson. I learned my lesson." That was such a cool thing. And when I seen it for the free comic book day, I was like, "I've got to get that." I just so nice that like, just seeing a different. Again, it's not really a villain you see much in
Yeah.
Spider-Man comics and stuff like that sort
Or
of thing.
even
Like we've
anything
seen
really.
him. Well, yeah, exactly. We've seen him what it wasn't really a main thing in the first Spider-Man game or
Yeah.
Miles Morales now, but then he was like a reformed villain, wasn't he?
He
In the
was
second
a
Spider-Man
target
game
for
and that lot.
Craven, but he was kind of
Yeah,
reestablishing his life as
yeah.
like among other people.
Yeah, and I just thought I was really nice seeing. Obviously, we've seen like a nicer side of him in the games. Seeing him so damn sort of thing was really good. But yeah, that's my haul for today.
Yeah, so I've got
For the,
two more. They kind of go together, but these are ones I'm in the middle of reading one of them right now, but I just finished reading. This is an epic collection of X-Men Second Genesis.
all right, oh,
So
cool, okay.
this is the introduction to the new X-Men. It starts with
Oh,
where'd it go? Giant Size X-Men #1 with the new
oh,
team.
damn.
So this is the birth of, the new team with Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm, Banshee, what's that? Yeah, Thunderbird, and then Sunfire, who's in it for a little bit. But you get all of their kind of origins, basically. Just really great art. Again, this is Chris Claremont, like I had in the other one, so this is his, basically, this is his Marvel baby, basically. He reformed the
Damn.
X-Men. There's a cool cover with the Sentinels attacking.
That's nice.
So I just reread this. This one has basically the introduction to the new team, the introduction to the Shi'ar Empire. What else is in this one? There's a cool one with Colossus and Juggernaut. Really cool.
Very nice.
Who else is in this one? Their first confrontation with Magneto, the new team. There's a lot of crossovers in it too, with Spider-Man, Hulk, Thor, Iron Fist even. This is where Jean Grey gets the Phoenix. There's the Phoenix
cool.
in space there.
Nice.
So yeah, that's where this one ends, basically. And then the next one, which I'm in the middle of now, is another epic collection, The Fate of the Phoenix.
Oh, it's
With
a
that
proper
iconic
classic
cover
one.
there. So what I'm up to at this point is the introduction to the Hellfire Club with Sebastian
damn.
Shaw and Emma Frost. And this has the first appearance of Kitty Pryde. I just finished reading that one, I think, and Dazzler. So yeah, very, very cool. Try to see if I can find the cover. because it's iconic, but it's a very different tone. There's the cover with Emma Frost and all the other X-Men. The White
Very
Queen.
nice.
So yeah, this one obviously it has the Phoenix stuff in it too with Jean. You know, it's starting to corrupt her, and she's going down that path. The Shi'ar are involved, all of that, and then there's, if not mistaken, the new Brotherhood of Mutants with Mystique taking the charge.
Nice.
There's a Doctor Strange crossover that actually, like, when skimming through this, you know the X-Men 97 episode where Madeline Pryor takes over the house and it's like a very like horror vibe? There's an exact issue of that with Doctor Strange instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
damn.
I was skimming through and I was like, that looks very familiar. Why does that look familiar?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's from X-Men 97.
Shit, that's nice. It
yeah.
just shows you that when it's done right as well, they really go in detail with some of the issues and stuff like that. So it's so nice.
Yeah. And then you get
This is why
Days
the
of
X-Men
Future
and everything needs to
Past.
be in fucking MCU.
Days of
Sorry.
Future Past is in this. That's a really cool cover too. This issue, everybody
Just
dies.
obliterating.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a Christmas special with Kitty Pryde. Alpha Flight makes an appearance. I don't know why the same issue is in this twice. I just realized that. And then the last half of it are the Dark Phoenix tapes, where it's like they had the conversations between the writers of like how do we kill Jean? How do we do it? And there's like
damn, I never
there's
knew
like
that.
all of this, all their
That's
like,
cool.
and then the sketches obviously. So yeah, I'm in the middle of reading this one
that's
right now, but
nice.
yeah, going back to the X-Men after watching the show, so good. So yeah, those are the final two I had.
That's nice. That's a proper nice way to finish that off as well. That's proper nice. That I like that. But yeah, I've enjoyed that. Quite nice talking about that sort of thing and showing each other what different sort of ones we've got a lot and how like the emergings and what we're thinking about. So yeah, so thank you much for joining us on another Project Assemble. I hope you enjoyed everything. If you've got any like specific comic books that you like talking about, or you'd like us to talk about on another like comic book stream or something, let us know in the comment section below, and we'll have a look and we'll have a chat and we'll see what we can get to, sort of thing. I'll say it now. Before I'll ask you over to see what you've got coming up, obviously the weekend and everything, next episodes. Check out this Friday. Myself and Nate are sat down together to do. On my end, it's called a mini Marvel show where we talk about the trailer we have for. I'm just going to call it Venom 3. I can't call it that name. It's a sacrilegious name. It's just we talk about Venom 3, and I'll get first reactions and thoughts about it, sort of thing. But yeah, we have a lot to say in that episode. So yeah, check out on Friday. And you'll see. I've had to change my schedule around and everything because I needed that episode to come out today because things need to be said.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. What you yourself coming out of this week?
So like you said on both our channels that Venom discussion is coming out. I just see Crazy Canuck, great stream. Thank you so much for joining, Crazy Canuck. Glad you enjoyed that. So on Friday as well, at the same time as the Venom video, I've got the next episode of the Forging the New MCU with Guardians of the Galaxy. So that will be dropping on Friday, and I'm in the middle of editing the next one that should be out next Friday as well.
Brilliant. Well, definitely look forward to more probably Guardians of the Galaxy than Venom because if you like the Venom film, we've got some strong words to say about it, that sort of thing. Yeah. Also today, probably in a couple of hours' time, we'll have another bonus episode over on Marvel Mad of Lego Marvel. Now we've finished the story. We're going to go through basically the sitter and see what bonus episodes we can find, that sort of thing. So, yeah, join us out on that tonight. And then, obviously, both our channels for the Venom discussion on Friday and Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as... No, it's just Venom on my side. But, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy and Venom on Nate's side as well. But, yes, thanks for joining. Again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you all watching everything a lot. And we'll see you all next week for another Project Assemble. Thank you much, everybody, and goodbye.